The coronavirus has made its way to beta.sam.gov. It's official. The United States government needs us small government contractors to help them prepare for the upcoming global pandemic that the coronavirus could eventually become. I'm doing today's video not to scare anybody or freak anybody out. Instead, I wanted to use today's video as a learning opportunity. Those of us who have been paying attention kind of know what's going on with the developing situation. And if you're trying to learn how to read opportunities on beta.sam, having this understanding of what the job is and what the need is may help you in putting the pieces together and understanding what's going on and what the government's trying to do on beta.sam. So again, I'm not doing this out of fear, but I'm using this as a learning opportunity to show you how the government can respond to things in real time, to real needs that it has, and use us small business contractors to help them fill those needs. So let's get to it. Okay, we'll get started by heading over to beta.sam.gov. And we'll toggle down to contract opportunities. And we're going to click search. And this is just going to show us the main page. So now what we need to do is we need to, as we see, there's many search results here, unfiltered. We need to find the coronavirus related opportunities on beta.sam. So there's a couple different ways I'll show you, but it's primarily going to be all through keywords because I don't know what NAICS code or any other search filter that I would even use to try and find an opportunity related to the coronavirus. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in coronavirus, and that's actually all one word. So when I type that in, it brings up actually 13 results. And it turns out that this is going to be the most beneficial way of searching for it that I've been able to find. You could also try to search for COVID-19, or actually COVID-19. And that brings up 3 results. So it didn't bring up the multiple pages like we saw with the first search result. So if you just go ahead in the keywords and you just type coronavirus, it brings up 13 results. And so this list seems to be growing by almost every other day. I was watching it and there was just a couple this past week, and now it's already up to 13. So as the need grows, I'm sure we're going to see many more opportunities pop up here in the search results. So you can even set up a search for this. We talked about this in another video, but if you just go ahead and you click the save search here, it'll allow you to set up a search based on this keyword coronavirus. When you do that, you'll get automatic email updates so that you don't have to do the search manually. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the search results. This first one says coronavirus response, emergency response, service support services. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up in a new tab. We can see this is from the Health and Human Services, go figure. The sub-tier is the CDC, which we're hearing a lot in the news. So when we take a look at this, what did they say this was? They said this was a justification. And they also said that this has awarded 2 contracts for these ERSS services. So that's what we're looking at with this. These are actually awards that they're just giving to companies, and that probably was not even competitively bid. We see that there's this justification that they have here, so I'll see if that'll let me open that. Okay, as we open this, we're going to take a look, and this is a justification and approval for other than full and open competition. This is for the ERSS, Emergency Response Service Support Services. That's a mouthful. And the contracting officer's representative is Zach White. This is a new requirement and it's a firm fixed price, which means you tell the government how much it's going to cost. This is an award that's actually being made. It's going to a company called Rapid Deployment out of Mobile, Alabama. And this is really good. The total estimated value of this proposed action, including all options, is $20 million. So boom, these guys just won a $20 million contract. It's 2 awards and modifications all combined, added up to $20 million. I'm not sure what the size standard on this NAICS code is. Maybe that's something we can take a look at. If I see what the NAICS code is, I can probably go back and find it. The purpose of this contract is to secure the ERSS to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention to provide adequate accommodations to quarantine individuals at the following locations. So they have confirmed cases at the following locations with people who are being quarantined. So we have Travis Air Force Base in California. We have Miramar Air Station in San Diego, California. There is Lackland Air Force Base out of San Antonio, Texas. And then there's Joint Base Pearl Harbor in Honolulu, Hawaii. So the $20 million is to cover providing these services to support the quarantined individuals in those 4 different locations. Now they're showing us some of the justification FAR clauses. They're saying actions other than simplified acquisition procedures, and that's going to be because this is way over the threshold, the dollar threshold for that. They're also saying this is an unusual and compelling urgency. I mean, this is a global threat, so there's no doubt why they would be able to use that clause. I want you to understand that government contracting has these mechanisms written into the federal acquisition regulations. So as they have different varieties of needs, they can invoke and use these different clauses to get stuff done. And as we're seeing here, just on this first example, this deployment company just won a $20 million contract. As we scroll down, they're telling us because of the very short time period available to make awards, they feel that no barriers that led to other than full and open competition could reasonably be removed. It was just going to be too much time, and this is an urgent need. They couldn't remove these barriers. So instead, they had to use this justification to award this company the contract. Now, in the future, they're saying no follow-ons are anticipated, but if there is a longer-term follow-on, in the future, this award is going to be subject to a full and open competition. So this company is going to have to compete for it next time. But for now, they're getting the job. And then how do they find this company is the market research. And they tell us that the CDC and the HHS worked together, and they've identified this company, Rapid Deployment, because it's a company that they awarded a similar contract to in the past because they can both mobilize quickly and provide a high-quality service with a no-fail mission because, let's face it, there's no room for error with this. This is not training. This is real life now. And they need a company that can deliver. So that's how they found this company. And now they're just showing us essentially the different names, the different point of contacts who are signing off on this. So that is what a justification looks like for a $20 million award that was not competed, guys. So that's the first example. Scrolling down, this looks like the same exact opportunity. I'm not sure if there was an update or something posted, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it just in case. Another company. So it's still Rapid Deployment and still $20 million. So I believe that that's still the same opportunity, so we won't look at that again. Scrolling down, we see this thing. It's just called Panther Fusion. This notice announces the intent by USAMRA to support the Walter Reed Army Institute. And they're calling this a special notice. So I'm not even sure what this is. Let's just take a look really quick. Supporting the Walter Reed Army Institute to procure the Panther Fusion open access platform. Not really sure. They're saying on a sole source basis from GenProbe. The deployment has been plagued by problems with regents. So let's see. The Panther Fusion open access platform is a high throughput platform technology that can be implemented for rapid coronavirus detection. Okay, got it. That's what I needed to know. GenProbe is the sole manufacturer and distributor of the Panther system. Okay, so they're doing a sole source, which again means that this is not being competed. They're going to give it directly to this GenProbe company because they have the Panther system, Panther Fusion, and this is what they need. So I'm wondering if there is, okay. So this is just a special notice so far. They're just telling us that this sole source is happening. They're not telling us yet what the dollar value is. They're just telling us who it's supporting, the company, the software, and why they need it, essentially. So that's what this is telling us so far. This will be an award made very soon, I'm sure. So next we have this task order to manufacture a GMP vaccine master and working seed lot. This is an award notice, so somebody got an award again, and the award was for $849,000. It went to Protein Sciences Corporation. If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe, it doesn't let us, we have to request access for this. This is restricted to a DD 2345, so probably none of us are going to be able to access and see this. But as it already stated, they're letting us know that this is a master and working seed lot and vaccine research. So they're throwing some money at working on a vaccine, which I'm surprised it's only $849,000. I would like to see a lot more money going towards that, but what do I know? I'm sure there's a lot of other things going on. But that's what this is for, to work on a master and working seed lot and vaccine research lot, to provide documentation reports related to the material. So that's what's going on with this. So this company, again, Protein Sciences Corporation, just won this job for $849,000. So I hope this is all kind of making sense. I know that it's some special notices. We're seeing here that there's these kits. We're also seeing this primers and probes. And there's also this, I'll click on this one and show you this personal protective equipment. This is one that'll make sense because this personal protective equipment is going to be what you think it would be. It's going to be for masks and Tyvek suits and things of that nature. Here we go. Coveralls, the N95 masks, goggles, face shields. They're telling us the government is planning solicitations for immediate coronavirus response needs, as well as making assessments for the longer term needs, likely up to 5 years, for these personal protective equipments. The government is interested in assessing overall availability as well as encouraging domestic production and availability. So if we scroll down and look, they have this worksheet, which is just going to, at a glance, show us. And you can see here, they have 7 items on this list: the respirators, face masks, coveralls, Tyvek suits, gowns, goggles, and face shields. So exactly what they put in this notice. And this is a sources sought, guys. I know I'm kind of quickly going through these and skipping all over the place, but this is a sources sought. This is the first stage. This is the government doing market research to find out companies that can provide and satisfy the need when the solicitation is out for bid. The other opportunities we looked at were special notices or sole sources. Most of them were awards being made, so I didn't talk about the stage of them because the award was already made. They just skipped all the steps. But for this one, this is a sources sought. This is essentially the first step in the process. So one quick thing might be cool that I mentioned. Maybe we can take a look at that company that the award was awarded to for the ERSS services, the $20 million award, because this may be something that benefits you or you may want to do on your own if you don't know how to do this. So the company is Rapid Deployment Inc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to sam.gov and I'm going to click search records, and then I'm going to search Rapid Deployment Inc. Then when I do that, only one company comes up, so it's probably them. We can click view details, and then we can go to entity overview, entity registration. This lets us know when they became a business and registered. Gives us a list of all their NAICS codes, gives us a little bit, of an idea of what they're in. FAR clauses. One thing we can also do is we can head over to FPDS, which is the Federal Procurement Data System. Type them in, Rapid Deployment Inc. So Mobile, Alabama, we know this is them. I'm going to sort by date signed now. So this is one as of March 1st. And we can see that the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, is awarding a number of contracts to them. Where's the date? There's so much information on this, February 23rd. I'm not seeing a $20 million job just yet. It may not have hit the books because it's so new. But these are all awards as of February, as of last month. They got all these awards. Here's a $5 million job from the CDC for the, this is for the ERSS. Here's one for almost $1 million. So it's possible that these are all just going to add up to the 20 million. It doesn't look like it, but there's something going on here because they got a lot of awards in February, all for the same need. So Rapid Deployment is doing very well for themselves in the month of February. They're very busy. Here's a $200,000 job at the end of January for more emergency. So it almost sounds like they were doing these services on a small scale. And as the need has grown, the amount of services they're providing has also grown. And now it's getting to the point to where the government's like, okay, this is getting so big, we need to do this right. We're just going to cut a $20 million contract and we're going to be set for a while because we anticipate this getting a lot worse. Because let's face it, if they didn't, they wouldn't be awarding this contract. So this is something you can always do if you want to do, research on your competition. I also want to head over to Google and just check out Rapid. I want to see their website, right? Rapid Deployment Inc. This is Mobile, Alabama. I don't know. Is this them? It could be. It says, yeah, Mobile, Alabama, emergency response. Earthquakes, snowstorms, tornadoes, tsunamis, forest fires, capabilities. I want to see there. Doesn't even look, looks like they do other stuff like construction and security. Looks like they're kind of all over the place. This is crazy. I don't even see a tab for the emergency response in their capabilities to look at and show you guys. What's this water purification? I don't know. Looks like they just have some photos. So not the most fascinating looking website, but clearly it doesn't matter to the government. What matters is that you can perform, and in their case, they have won previous contracts. So they had an existing customer that now came back to them and said, hey, we have this need, can you do it? And that's how they won this massive contract. So this is a little bit of exercise, a little bit of fun. This is something I like to do when I find something interesting to look at. So that's all that we will be doing. Like I said, if you're interested in this, you can always set up a search for the coronavirus if you want to, keep tabs on what's going on. If not, if nothing else, I hope this was a helpful exercise since you kind of know what's going on with the coronavirus and the development to be able to relate that to the different notices and awards and sources sought notices that we looked at today. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed yet and you like government contracting related videos, that's all that I do. And I promise to continue providing high quality videos surrounding all things govcons. So if you want to subscribe to me, that would be amazing. And I do videos about once a week. I've been doing them every Sunday lately. So that's also something you can look forward to. So until next time, guys, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those in the comments of this video. I do check those on a regular basis. I'll see you next time.